What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, man, up here, coming at you with another unscheduled video. Excuse me, getting over my cold that I've had for the past couple of days. My chest cold. Sound a little better, but hey, whatever. Anyway, as you probably saw, I titled this video, "Houston Texans at this point right now." What that basically means is, right now at this point, we are the number 2 seed before we play our Sunday game versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And then the week after that, close it out against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, I wanted to do this video because, well, one, try to get some rest before I pick my daughter from school, but I can't seem to fall asleep. So I decided while I'm up, do a little short live stream video. Um, so I wanted to do this video because I'm sitting there thinking, about the Houston Texans and the number 2 seed and how we could potentially, if things happen, don't know, week to week basis, got 2 more weeks left, we could possibly go to the number 1 seed. If we win out and the Chargers and the Chiefs lose out. Because, see, the Chargers and the Chiefs right now are 11-3. The Chiefs holds the tiebreaker. That's why they got that top seed. And so that's why I say if the Chargers and the Chiefs lose their last two, and we win our next two, we could possibly get that number 1 seed. It's a possibility. Just never know. It's a possibility. Am I saying that's going to happen? No. Am I hoping that happen? Yes. Do I want that to happen? Yes. Will it happen? Anyway, so with all that being said, though, my personal opinion, I think this is the best season we had so far as a franchise because of everything that's going on right now with the team. It seems to be on point at this time. Um, and we seems to be, doing good. Now, I was listening to, excuse me, not listening, I'm sorry. I was watching ESPN a couple of days ago, and I forget who the other one was. Golly, I forgot who the other one on. Roger Brooks, what's going on with you, man? Appreciate you joining me. Y'all hit that like button. It don't cost you a penny. Matter of fact, it's less than a penny. It's free. uh, I forgot who that other coach was. Golly, give me a minute. I'm finna try to see if I can look it up because I don't want to give no false information. But I was watching ESPN. Golly, give me 1 second here. Anyway, well, okay, I'll look it up later. But do y'all know that in the history of the NFL, there's only been two NFL coaches that have more winning seasons in their first 5 years than Bill O'Brien? Only two. And I forgot who they said it was. I forgot who they said those two coaches was. But I was watching that the other day. I was like, what? I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that. But I didn't pay attention to that. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, well, this is his 5th year. And we have winning seasons every time we've been here, 9-7. Those are winning seasons. And besides last year when we had that horrible season. I don't even want to bring that up, but besides last year when we had that horrible season, we were what, 3-13, I think, or 4-12 or something like that. Uh, he had a winning season every year that he's been here, 9-7, 9-7, 9-7. Then last year, then so far we won 10 games. That's a winning season. No matter how you look at it, it's a winning season. So a lot of people, that I talk to, some people are Texan fans, that I know, and some are not, of course. Some of them that are the ones that are Texan fans. Oh, we need to fire Bill O'Brien. I'm like, after that, after that crazy timeout call that he had against the Jets, that the Jets really technically had a first down. He calls timeout. The Jets could have challenged it, or it could have been a replay booth upstairs. Uh, but it didn't happen. We stopped the Jets on fourth down, so we got fortunate. Oh, that was a dumb bonehead play, blah blah blah. Dumb bonehead call, I should say, not play. I'm like, you know what? I mean, it's all opinion based. We all have our opinions. Nothing wrong with that. I don't think we should follow Bill O'Brien. Shit, we humans. We make mistakes. Just luckily, nobody capitalized on on that mistake he made. And they right. That was dumb. It was stupid. But it happened. It is what it is. And my thing is this: if you fire Bill O'Brien, then my question is this: I mean, why? Why fire him? What did he do or not do? You know what I'm saying? To me, that wouldn't make no sense. So if you fire Bill O'Brien, now I'm saying to you this: who else is available right now that what I'm saying that will get this going, that will get it going for you? Because if you do that, now it's going to take players a little bit longer to get the chemistry going. It's going to take players a little bit longer to buy into what that new coach is trying to sell. All that good stuff. Things take time. So, and he just signed a contract extension. I think that was this past off season or last season. I forget exactly, but he just signed a contract extension. Giving him a couple more years here in Houston. So, to me, it don't make no sense. I get why people is upset. Like I said, it's all opinion based. We all have our opinions. I wouldn't do it. It is what it is. We all make bonehead mistakes, and then later on be like, God damn it, why did I do that? It is what it is. We human. Now, of course, that shouldn't happen, but it did. It is what it is. Excuse me, sorry. Now, also too, want to talk about another thing. Right now, we're the number 2 seed in the playoff. Now, we're not guaranteed to keep that. What's going on, Julius? How you doing? Appreciate you joining me. We're not guaranteed to keep that number 2 seed, of course, because Patriots 9-4, right behind us. No, 9-5. I'm sorry, right behind us. So thanks to the Steelers beating them, we got the number 2 seed. Now we had the number 2 seed before. I mean, we didn't end up keeping it. Matter of fact, we had the. I want to say that was 2012. I think we had the number 1 seed, or was it the? No, I think it was number 2. Now I'm not saying we went to the playoffs as this seed. No, but I'm saying at one point we had it, then we lost it. That was the year we went 12-4. We end up, losing the number that seed. Yeah, it was the number 2. Now I remember now. It was number 2. We end up losing that number 2 seed to the Denver Broncos because we lost our last couple of games. Well, we end up losing a few games that we needed to win to keep that seed so we can get a bye. uh, so I'm just saying, hopefully that don't happen this time. Hopefully, we saying okay to get this bye, to get some rest, so our players can you know get some rest. Try to get injuries healed up. Get your mind right, get your body right. Focus a little bit for the playoffs. Now, I've had a couple people see my videos and also see me on Salt Sports with my boy Ed Huncho, and people have asked me, how far do I think this team is going to go in the playoffs? And my question has always been this. I mean, excuse my answer, I'm sorry. It's always been this. No, I don't think we're going to go to the Super Bowl. Hopefully we do. Hopefully. Do I think we're going to go? No. I think we're going to go to the AFC Championship game. Will we win it? Mm-hmm. But that's what I think. Now a lot of people gonna say, "Man, up, you crazy. You don't make no damn sense. How you think that? Where you getting this idea from? Don't have nothing to back it up. Just what I think, how I feel. Oh, you say you too, Julius? That's just how I feel. I think we're going to the AFC Championship game. Will we win it? I have no clue. I guess it all depends on who we face. But I am going to say this here though. I think my personal opinion. A lot of people like to say we're not ready for this team. We're not ready for that team. All that good stuff. Hey, that's true, Julius. You're right. I think you know what. I'll say this here. I look at it like this: David and Goliath. Who in the hell thought David gonna beat Goliath with a damn slingshot? Y'all might not know the history. I'm a little bit religious, so I read my Bible every now and then. But who thought David and Goliath? Who thought David gonna beat the Goliath with a slingshot? To give you a little bit more perspective of what that means, let's just say a 3 foot midget going up against a seven foot tall dude, and they fighting, and a 3 foot midget whooped the hell out of that 7 foot tall dude. That's kind of basically what that means. If you don't know, just giving an analogy here, and basically saying you don't know. It's kind of like a poodle going up against a pit bull. I know what you're thinking. That's dumb. That's stupid. Don't make no sense. Hey, I grew up in the hood. I've seen some poodles whoop some ass before. Trust me. I've seen some poodles whoop some ass. I'm from the hood. I've seen it. But that you just never know is what I'm trying to say. Now a lot of people don't like that cliche. Don't they tired of hearing? They think it's dumb. Think it's stupid. Okay, but it's a true statement. You just don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? People can take advantage of your certain weaknesses, or they probably don't even realize you have a weakness when y'all play and say, "Oh, wait a minute, hold up, let me exploit this a little bit more." They seem to can't stop this, or they seem to not really have it figured out. I'm finna do this. Now, me personally, I'm not an Alabama fan, but my wife is. She's from Alabama. Last year, Alabama played Georgia in the championship game. Georgia was beating Alabama. Uh, If you want to know where I'm going with this, I'm throwing out another analogy. But Georgia was beating Alabama. Alabama. What did Nick Saban do? He put in a couple of rookies. Excuse me, not rookies, a couple of freshmen. I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about the pros. He put in a couple of freshmen. Realized Alabama, excuse me, damn, my head ain't right. Realized that Georgia couldn't stop those rookies. So what did he do? He took all of his seniors and juniors out, put in nothing but freshmen. Freshman quarterback, freshman running back, freshman wide receivers, freshman O lines, and all that good stuff. And that's how they won the game. What I'm saying is, an analogy that I'm giving, what that actually means is that he realized that Georgia couldn't stop him, couldn't stop those freshmen. So he exploited it more and more and more. And then they came back and won. What I'm basically saying is, you just never know. You might realize, uh, Pat Mahomes can't seem to take pressure coming up the middle. So let me put Clowney, Watt, Merciless, Christian Covington, everybody coming straight up the middle. You know, he might say, okay, Phillip Rivers. Okay. Every time he's throwing, he's looking to his left. But he ended up throwing to his right. So let me fake some coverages over to the left and then jet him over to the right real quick to stop everything. So I'm saying, what I'm basically just saying is this here. You just never know what's going to end up happening. They might realize, oh, hold up. Well, with Deontay Foreman, excuse me, couldn't say his name right. With him coming back, he's more of a powerful back than Miller and Blue. They might say, they can't stop this locomotive. He been out the whole season. He's fresh. His lungs are fresh. You know, yeah, he got to get back into football shape, but his lungs are fresh. He his body haven't really taken any of all this punishment all season. Hmm. Let's try to see what can we exploit here with him. So I'm saying I'm just throwing all that out there just to say you just never know what kind of matchups, what kind of weaknesses you might end up seeing versus a team. And then on top of that, shit, we might get blown out in the first goddamn playoff game we play. You just never know. It is what it is, you know. And then another thing that someone have asked me when they see my videos and also see me on Soft Sports with Ed Huncho was asking me, besides how far do I think we're going to the playoffs, another person asked me, do you really think y'all have a chance to make some noise? Because no one seems to be really giving the Texans any respect. And my answer was simply this. It frustrates me that we as a franchise do not get any respect. It does frustrate me. But I also realized this here. While I was thinking about that one day, well, not one day, when a person asked me, and right before I could continue my answer, it popped up in my head. What have the Houston Texans done as a franchise to get respect? Yeah, we won a few playoff games before. Two of them against the Bengals, one against the Raiders. We went to the playoffs several times. Didn't do too much. So I was like, what did the Texans do to get respect? Because it takes time for you to earn respect. And you got to keep doing what you're supposed to be doing to keep that respect. So I'm like, that kind of changed. When I thought about that, that changed my perspective on everything. And I was like, when I answered them, I said, hopefully soon we'll show them what this franchise is made of. Because we got talent all across the board on this team. It's starting to gel together. It's starting to gel. I see that, and I know every Texas fan see that we are starting to gel. It's just that it's crazy. It's just that it doesn't seem to be really gelling as quickly as it should because of missing pieces. You know what I mean? If that makes sense to you. With injuries and stuff like that. And I'm not the one that really like to use injuries as an excuse, but you know, I think Will Fuller and Deshaun Watson um, have a better connection than Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins. It seems that way. That's just how I see it. I'm not saying that's true, but that's just how I see it. But with Will Fuller, keep getting injured, then that kind of makes it to where Hopkins and Watson have a connection. Because Fuller has that burning speed that he has good straight line speed. He can just blow the roof off of people. But the people are paying more attention to Hopkins because he earned that respect in the league over these past few years. So he earned that respect. So they're paying more and more attention to him. So when both of them two are playing, both of them two wide receivers are playing, Fuller gets more catches and more yards and stuff. I don't know if y'all ever realized that. When those two receivers are playing, Fuller gets the ball more because people are paying more respect to DeAndre Hopkins. And it kind of goes back to what I was talking about, about the whole team, the franchises themselves has not really earned the respect, but players on the team has earned respect because of their play. But as a franchise, what have we done to earn the respect? See, that's kind of what I'm saying. If that makes sense to you, how I put it. If it don't, I just don't know no other way to put it. Then also too, excuse me, I guess the sleep is kind of catching up with me. Then also too, um, damn, I lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. Um, then also too, what I also liked about this season so far is the fact that we as fans, we are more talkative about this team this year. We are more talkative, whether you think it's negative, whether you think it's positive, whether you think some people need to shut up, some you like whether you like some people's opinion. When y'all come in, please hit that like button. You know, it don't even cost you a penny. Like I say, it costs you less than a penny. It's free. Appreciate it. All they're doing is just let people know that we are talking Houston Texans, let them join the conversation. So we as people can have fun because you know the national media don't really give us that much of a spotlight. So whenever we do these videos, make sure y'all hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it costs you less than a penny. Yeah, it's free, so it costs you less than a penny. but and I appreciate it too. I really, really do. I do this because I'm a fan. I love my team. As you probably see my shirt, Houston Rockets. Love my Rockets too. I haven't done a Rockets video. I'm gonna do one. Yeah, I'm gonna do one. Trust me, I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do one soon. But getting back to the Texans, I think that we as fans, we're more outspoken now. We're more. It seems like we're more opening up. You know what I'm saying about our team now. Uh, I don't know if it's because of the 9 game win streak. After starting up 0-3 and winning 9 straight, something that's never been done in the history of this league. And a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people say, y'all ain't beat nobody in that win streak. I'm like, seriously? Wow. Okay. I didn't even get into no discussion with them. I said, okay, whatever. But I don't know. I think that's probably why we not we're more talkative about this team. We're having more open conversations. People are voicing their opinions about how they see in the game, how they seeing the coachings, how they're seeing how we're drafting people, free agency and all that good stuff, the contract signings and all that good stuff. People are seeing these things, and we're starting to talk more about it, and I think that's a good thing. I think that it is. No matter how you look at it, we might not like it. You know what I'm saying? You might seem like we're fussing at each other. We're arguing a lot, and I can understand if you think that, and I can really really understand that. But I think that it's a good thing. I really do, because I'm not gonna lie. I've been having more and more conversations with football fans. What's going on, Rico? How you doing? I've been having more and more football conversations with people. Uh, um, since this season, since this 9 game win streak, been having more and more conversations about the team, even with non-Texan fans. They see me walking around with my Texans, stuff on my shirts or my jacket or whatever, jerseys or whatever. And people that are fans of other teams, of people just NFL fans, really, it would just come and talk to me and be like, "Hey, man, I like y'all quarterback, man. That DeAndre Hopkins, ooh wee, man. Why this and that clowning boy? Y'all, all kinds of stuff. People, it's just people will sit down and talk and watching it now, and that's a good thing. So it's like we're starting to get the respect of other people and of the national media, but it's like I don't want nobody to think that we all fussing, because it sounds like it, and I can get that, and I can understand that, but we're not. We're not. I don't think we are. I put it like that. I don't think we are. My personal opinion. Everybody has their opinion. Some people's opinion are more stronger than others. Some people like to really put a stamp on it. Some people just like to just say it and go on about their business. It is what it is. You know, I'm not knocking it. People do what they do. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. Think the sleep is catching up with me, so I'm gonna end this video in a few minutes here. Ooh-wee. Ah, sorry. But I was just sitting here thinking, I'm like, the Texans are the number 2 seed, and if this happens, it could possibly happen. You never know. If the Chargers, who are 11-3, and the Chiefs, who are 11-3, if they lose their next 2 games and the Texans win their next 2 games, we could possibly be in the number 1 seed. Because they'll be 11-5, and they will be 12-4. If that happens. If that happens. Putting a big old if on it. Putting a big old if. If that happens, we can be the number 1 seed. And every time we went to the playoffs, we always just been division champions. That's it. We never been to the playoffs as the first or second seed. We got close one time, but it didn't happen. It is what it is. Wish it would have, but it didn't. So just I think we as fans, we loving what we're doing. Some people just see it a little bit more than others, and I think that we're gonna end up making some noise. This postseason. I really do believe that. I really do believe we as a team is gonna make it to the AFC Championship game. Will we win it? Don't know. Would I like for us to go further and win it all? Hell yeah, I would. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't. Fuck yeah. Shit, I'd be lying them up like a motherfucker if I said that. If I said I wouldn't. Do I think we're ready? I do. I do. I really, really do. A lot of people say, nah, this team ain't ready. Okay. I'm not gonna argue with how you feel because that'll be dumb. That's that's nothing to argue. That's your opinion. That's how you feel. It's nothing but it's not facts. It's not true or false. It's not how you feel is never true or false. It's always an opinion based. You don't know. You saying you don't, but and then you say why you don't. If you say you do, then you say why you do, or you just say I do and don't really have no opinion on why. It is what it is. All the judgments outside of the saints do not have difference of we can definitely take the first one by. Well, hey, I see where you're coming from with that one, Julius. But we as fans, we make things happen. We, what I'm saying, excuse me, not make things happen. I'm sorry. We as fans, we watch these games, we love them, we cheer them on, we get upset. We are emotional. You're human, you're emotional. You have your thoughts, your feelings. And I'm not gonna lie, I watched a lot of these games, and I hate how some of the even we have blowout wins. I still be like, why in the hell, why in the hell? But at the end of the day, we won the game, and I'm happy with that. I'm fine with that. I am ultimately fine with that. You can't ask for nothing else more than just win the game. That's all it is. Like I always say, every sport, every sport is measured on wins or losses. To quote the Fast and the Furious, the very first one, when they raced and dude said, "Man, I almost had you." And what did he say? It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, as long as you win. And that's the truth. As long as you win, that's the truth. So, with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video by saying this here. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it don't even cost you a penny. As a matter of fact, it costs you less than a penny because it's free. All it does is just saying, you know what, there's a bunch of Texan fans out there, talking Texans, talking Rockets, talking Astros, talking Dynamo, talking all Houston sports, whatever it is, that people like. I'm not a big baseball fan, like I said before, but it is what it is. Uh, and y'all stay tuned, because I am going to be doing more videos. I am going to be with my boy Honcho on Soul Sports. I am, what I'm saying, going to be repping my Texans, repping my Rockets. You know what I'm saying? As you see right there, old school Houston Rockets shirt. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Half of the old school logo, half of Hakeem Olajuwon's face. uh, my personal opinion, the greatest NBA player of all time. Get into that discussion, one day. I am gonna do a video about that one day, talking about Akeem Olajuwon. But anyway, this is your boy Man Up. I'm talking to do. It's boy Man Up for Man Up Sports TV. Y'all stay cool, stay tuned. I am gonna do another video. Thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. Peace.